Hello, and welcome to Tea and Tarot. I'm your host, Em. In this podcast, we dive into the world of tarot each week, along with a cup of tea. Some weeks we dive into readings, others into the cards themselves, and some we explore learning about tarot. This week, we start another month. Anyone feel like this year is just going by too quickly? While I whine about the speed of this year, let me introduce to you this week's tea. Apple cinnamon tea is a warm, comforting blend that brings the cozy flavors of autumn to my cup. Its sweet apple notes and spicy cinnamon undertones create a perfect harmony. I find it incredibly soothing, especially on chilly days. This tea is like a comforting hug, and every sip invoking of the essence of autumn, which I really hope brings cooler weather this year. As we dive into the reading for this month, grab your own cup and get cozy. As always, we'll be looking at the 4 areas of our lives: body, heart, mind, and spirit. And let me tell you, September is shaping up to be quite a transformative month. Let's start with our physical well-being. For the body, we've drawn the Page of Wands. Now, if this card could talk, it'll be jumping up and down saying, let's try something new. It's like September is handing us a gym membership to the universe, and every class looks exciting. Imagine waking up one morning and suddenly feeling like you've got this boundless energy buzzing through your veins. That's the Page of Wands energy for your body this month. It's like an inner child has taken over and they're ready to play. This month, your body is craving adventure. Maybe it's time to dust off that bike in your garage and hit a new trail. You know, that one you always drive past and think, I should check that out someday. Well, guess what? Someday is now. Or how about trying that dance class you've been eyeing? Salsa, hip-hop, or even ballet. Your body is saying, bring it on. The Page of Wands is all about that beginner's mind. You know, when everything feels fresh and exciting. Remember when you were a kid and every new activity was a new adventure? That's the vibe we're going for this month. So whether it's yoga, rock climbing, or just taking a new route on your daily walk, your body is ready for some fun. And here's the best part. You don't need to be an expert in anything. In fact, the Page of Wands encourages us to embrace that novice status. It's about the joy of learning, of feeling your body move in new ways. Maybe you'll find muscles you didn't even know you had before. Hello, day after new workout soreness. Why not turn your living room into a dance floor one evening? Put on your favorite tunes and just move. No choreography, no rules, just you and the music. Or maybe challenge yourself to a week of trying a different type of exercise each day. Monday could be stretching, Tuesday a brisk walk, Wednesday some strength training. You get the idea. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about bringing that childlike enthusiasm to how you treat your body. So go ahead, play, explore, and let your body lead you to new adventures. Who knows? You might discover a hidden talent for underwater basket weaving. Hey, stranger things have happened. And don't forget, this energy isn't just about exercise. It could also manifest in trying new foods, experimenting with different sleep schedules, or even exploring new ways to relax and unwind. Maybe it's time to try that acupuncture session that you've always been curious about, or finally learn how to give yourself a proper facial massage. The key is to approach your body with curiosity and excitement this month. Listen to what it's telling you. If something feels good, do more of it. If something doesn't resonate, that's okay too. There's always another adventure around the corner. So this September, let's channel our inner page of wands. Your body is ready for an adventure. Are you? Now let's move on to matters of the heart. Here we've drawn the hermit, and no, this doesn't mean you need to become a recluse. Think of it more like your heart is taking a much-needed spa retreat. Imagine your heart checking into a cozy cabin in the woods, away from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. Sounds nice, doesn't it? September is inviting us to turn down the noise of the outside world and tune into our inner voice. It's like your heart is saying, hey, can we have a little chat? This might mean spending more quiet time alone, journaling, or just sitting with your feelings without trying to change them. You know how those moments when you're in the shower and suddenly you have a profound realization? The hermit energy is all about creating more of those moments. This could look different for everyone. Maybe it's taking a solo walk in nature, dedicating 10 minutes each morning to meditation. Perhaps it's turning off your phone for an hour each evening and just sitting with a cup of tea and your thoughts. The key is to create space for your inner wisdom to bubble up. If you're in a relationship, don't worry. This isn't about pulling away. It's about getting clear on your emotional needs so that you can show up more fully. Think of it as charging your emotional batteries so that you have more to give. This might mean having an honest conversation with your partner about needing some alone time. Remember, a little solitude can actually strengthen your connection in the long run. And if you're single, it's the perfect time for some good old-fashioned self-love. This is your chance to date yourself. Take yourself out to dinner, write yourself love letters, or spend an evening pampering yourself. The relationship you have with yourself sets the tone for all other relationships in your life. The hermit is reminding us that sometimes the most profound connections happen when we connect with ourselves first. It's like tuning an instrument before a concert. You need to get clear with your own note before you can harmonize with others. So, light a candle, put on some soothing music, and give your heart the space it needs to speak its truth. Maybe set up a cozy corner in your home dedicated to reflection, or start a heart-centered ritual, like writing down one thing that you're grateful for each day. Remember, this inward journey isn't about finding all the answers. It's about getting comfortable with the questions. Let's get curious about what's going on in our emotional world. Because when we take the time to truly listen to our hearts, that's when the magic happens. Now let's talk about what's happening upstairs. In our minds, that is. We've drawn the Eight of Cups, and wow, it is a powerful one. This card is all about letting go and moving on. It's like your brain is doing spring cleaning in September. Imagine your mind is a cluttered attic and you've found a magic broom that sweeps away all the unnecessary junk. You know those old thought patterns or beliefs that have been cluttering up your mental space? Yeah, it's time to thank them for their service and show them to the door. The Eight of Cups is encouraging us to leave behind what no longer serves us mentally. It's like Marie Kondo for your mind. If a thought doesn't spark joy or growth, it might be time for it to go. This could be anything from self-limiting beliefs like I'm not good enough to outdated goals that no longer align with who you are. Maybe it's time to let go of that grudge you've been holding on to, or that perfectionism that's been holding you back. Or perhaps it's about releasing the need to control everything and embracing a bit more flow in your life. This might feel a bit uncomfortable at first. We humans tend to like our comfort zones, even when we're not actually that comfortable. It's like wearing an old, ill-fitting sweater just because it feels comfortable. But trust me, on the other side of this mental decluttering is a whole new world of possibilities. It's like cleaning out that old sweater to make room for a whole wardrobe that truly fits and expresses who you are now. The process might look different for everyone. Maybe it's about challenging your thoughts through journaling or meditation. Or it could be about seeking new experiences that shake up your perspective. Some people find that talking to a therapist or a trusted friend can help them identify and release old mental patterns. So what ideas or perspectives are you ready to let go of? What new thoughts or beliefs do you want to invite in? Maybe it's time to replace I can't with how can I? Or swap out I should with I choose to. Perhaps it's about letting go of comparison and embracing your unique journey. Remember, this isn't about forcing change or berating yourself for the current thought patterns. It's about gently, compassionately recognizing that something no longer fits and allowing yourself to grow. It's about creating space for new ideas, new dreams, and new ways of seeing the world. Last but definitely not least, let's look at our spiritual well-being. Here we've drawn the Eight of Swords. Now don't let this card intimidate you. It's actually bringing a powerful message of liberation. The Eight of Swords is like a cosmic alarm clock, waking us up to the ways we might be limiting ourselves spiritually. It's as if the universe is gently tapping us on the shoulder and saying, hey, you know those barriers you think that are holding you back? They're actually just illusions. You know those thoughts like, I'm not spiritual enough, or I can't meditate because my mind is too busy. Yeah, those are the kinds of self-imposed restrictions that this card is calling out. It's like we've built a mental cage around our spiritual selves. But here's the kicker. We are the ones holding the key. September is inviting us to break free of these mental cages. It's time to challenge those limiting beliefs and see them for what they really are. Just thoughts, not facts. The truth is, you are spiritual enough, just as you are. Your busy mind doesn't disqualify you from meditation. It's the very reason to practice. This month, try to notice when you're putting limitations on your spiritual growth. It might help to keep a little notebook handy to jot down these thoughts when they pop up. I'm not good enough. I don't have time for spiritual practices. I'm not doing it right. Catch these sneaky little thoughts in action. Then, gently challenge those thoughts. Can you find evidence that contradicts them? For example, if you think you're not spiritual enough, remember a time when you felt a deep connection to something greater than yourself. It could be a moment in nature, a profound conversation with a friend, or even a simple act of kindness. Can you open yourself to new possibilities? What if, just for this month, you decided to believe that you are deeply spiritual exactly the way you are? How might you change your approach to your spiritual practices? Try this. Every morning when you wake up, before you even get out of bed, take a deep breath and say to yourself, I am a spiritual being having a human experience. See how that small shift in perspective feels. Remember, spirituality isn't about reaching some perfect state. It's not a destination where you suddenly become enlightened and float around on a cloud, although that does sound pretty cool. It's about the journey, the growth, the continuous unfolding of who you are. And this month, we're being invited to unfold in beautiful, liberating ways. So let's get creative with our spiritual practices in September. If traditional meditation feels challenging, why not try a walking meditation? Or explore art as a spiritual practice. Grab some colors and let your intuition guide you. The key is to approach your spiritual life with curiosity and compassion. Be gentle with yourself. Celebrate the small victories. Did you take a moment to appreciate the beauty of a sunset? That's a spiritual practice. Did you offer a kind word to a stranger? That's spiritual too. So to wrap it all up, September is serving us a pretty transformative blend. We've got the adventurous energy of the Page of Wands for our bodies, the introspective vibes of the Hermit for our hearts, the releasing power of the Eight of Cups for our minds, and the liberating force of the Eight of Swords for our spirits. It's like September is saying, try new things with your body, get cozy with your heart, let go of that old mental baggage and break free from spiritual limitations. If we can balance all of those energies, we're in for a month of profound growth and exciting changes. That's all for our September reading. I'd love to hear how these energies play out for you this month, so drop a comment, send me a message, or share your experiences with me on social media. Thank you for joining me on today's episode. If you enjoyed today's discussion, please do subscribe or find me on social media. I hope to see you again next week. Until then, stay curious, stay grounded, and see you next time.